Okay, before we start, I just want to give a quick warning, as it was something I realized as I was recording, but majority of these games I have not played, and if that offends you, I'm sorry. I'm not a Nintendo YouTuber, at least not yet. I like all types of games, but yeah, just to warn you. What's up, Internet? ThatTrocket here. And I just got finished watching June's Nintendo Direct, and honestly, the Direct was pretty good. I mean, all my favorites I'm going to tell you about was majority of this month's Nintendo Direct. And this might also be the final Direct before they start to put some news out on the new Switch that they're making. But this Direct was pretty good. Now I'm about to tell you some of my personal favorites from this Direct. Now, the first one I have to talk about is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD Edition. I had literally screamed when I had just saw Donkey Kong breaking out of his house, punching his house. Donkey Kong Country Returns, it was a game that I had got for Christmas when I was younger, and it was also one of my favorite games I had on the Wii. The Wii was the main console I had when I was younger. That was the main one I had. I did play on a PS3 and on the Xbox 360 when I was younger, but the Wii was the main console I played on, and Donkey Kong was one of the games I played the most besides Punch-Out. I'm so glad that not only they're bringing back Donkey Kong Country Returns, but they're also adding on stuff from the 3D edition. I was always wondering, when they had put Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, why was Donkey Kong Country Returns never there? They had the classic Donkey Kong games on there, but it wasn't Donkey Kong Country Returns. That one was one of my favorite Donkey Kong games. And Donkey Kong is one of my favorite characters in the Nintendo world. But I'm glad that they're bringing Donkey Kong Country Returns back to Switch. Now, something that had got me a bit mad is that we're not going to be able to play this until January, and that's next year. So, hey, I mean, I've been waiting this long for Donkey Kong. I may as well wait a few more months to get my hands on it. Also, a difference that I had noticed when looking at the trailer for Donkey Kong Country Returns is that they have 3 hearts instead of 2. Just a thing I wanted to point out, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. The next game, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. A lot of people were waiting for this one. A lot of people knew that this one was going to come out for this Direct. I haven't played the other Metroid Prime games, but this looking at the trailer for this one, it seems pretty cool. It is one of my highlights. It is one of the things that I had liked about the trailer. So I think I am going to check it out once it ends up releasing. Now, a lot of people were surprised when they had put the trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom, the Fighting Collection Arcade Classic. Now, a lot of people have been waiting to get their hands on this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fighting game YouTubers were pretty excited to see that this was in the Nintendo Direct.
Take down the Kingpin in the beat-em-up side-scroller The Punisher, and more.
Now, some people was confused that this was only on Switch, but it's coming to PlayStation and Steam as well, so nobody really has to worry. Now, Marvel vs. Capcom, in this collection, they're putting all the Marvel vs. Capcom games, but the thing about it is these are arcade games, so the reason why people were so excited for this is because they were arcade games, so you couldn't really buy Marvel vs. Capcom. But now, since they put all of them into one with online modes, you can look at art and all of that. Now that they put that all together, they basically just brought back one of the greatest fighting games of all time. A fighting game that a lot of people have played. Super Mario Party Jamboree was a game that was pretty expected to come out for this month's Nintendo Direct. If they're going to be releasing a new Switch, then it would just make sense to make another Super Mario Party game. Now, I've never played Super Mario Party, and when I get a whole group of friends, I probably am going to play Super Mario Party with them, or buy Super Mario Party just to play with some others, because this game seems like it's a pretty fun game, not going to lie. And it's also a pretty good game to play with family members as well. Favorite highlight of mine was The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Now, it's been a while since another Legend of Zelda game has come out, but surprising thing about this one is that in this Legend of Zelda game, you actually get to play as Zelda. Now, the title makes sense. They're making a HD 2D remake of Dragon Quest. It seems pretty cool. Now, I've never really played Dragon Quest, but I admired Dragon Quest because of the art style by Akira Toriyama. If only he was here now to see how far the art he put into the games have come. Not only are they making a Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, but they're also making a HD 2D remake for 1 and 2, and that's going to come out next year. The Dragon Quest 3 comes out this year. And last but not least, another favorite was Mario and Luigi Brothership. Now, the gameplay for this looks amazing. It looks like another typical Super Mario RPG type game, but I don't wanna get into it too much since I've never played Mario and Luigi game before. All of these games that I'm listing on right now, I'm going to try to see if I can end up getting them in the future, because I do kind of want to get into more Nintendo stuff since I don't typically play on my Switch a lot besides playing Super Smash Bros. And recently playing Paper Mario. All 7 of those games were some of my favorites and the ones that I paid more attention to than all of the other games in this month's Nintendo Direct. I'm assuming that the next Nintendo Direct, they're going to put out some information about the next Switch that they're working on, since there had been information leaked about them making a new Switch. And I think all of these games were pretty good send-offs to the Nintendo Switch. They put a lot of pretty good games here for this month's Nintendo Direct, and I can't wait to see the next Nintendo Direct about news about the new console, either that or more games that they're gonna put for the Switch. But I think all these were pretty amazing. Anyways, those were just my opinions about some of my favorite things that I saw in this month's Nintendo Direct. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me what were your favorites about this month's Nintendo Direct. My personal favorite was Donkey Kong. I just screamed as soon as I saw Donkey Kong Country Returns. And Marvel vs. Capcom The Fighting Collection was another one of my favorites. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.